Hey admins, how we doing out there? Week of convention. A lot of stuff going on right now. Let me talk real quick about raffle tickets for the Super 50/50 and the gift cards that the IMA is giving away. If you don't have them in the mail and you don't have somebody going to convention, you're gonna have to try to find somebody to get them there. Of course, most of us will have somebody there at convention at some point in the weekend because those aren't drawn out till later on during the auction on Saturday night. So you've got time to get them there. A couple of things we seem to always kind of forget, and I have lodges that are saying they're having trouble selling them. Usually those 50/50s honestly sell themselves. But if the lodge cannot, if the officers can't get them all sold, the lodge can buy them, and I seem to always kind of forget and have to repeat this every year. You can buy those out and pay for them as the lodge, and if the lodge wins, that would go in the lodge funds. That can be written out of gaming to the Indiana Moose Association. What I do suggest, though, always on the memo line is to put donation on that memo line when the lodge buys those. And again, the lodge can buy the difference of all the ones that weren't sold, and or just go ahead and buy them. And like I said, if the lodge wins, they get to keep that money. We've had several lodges win the last couple of years. As a matter of fact, I think Brazil more than once has won twice in a year. So I guarantee they'll be buying some again this year. Also, we're in the middle of the Cradle Fun, and we have to remember that all lodges are supposed to support Moose International projects. All lodges should be doing this. You need to have these printed up, and again, in this email with this video link in it, I will send the packet again that has the papers where you can print those up. We should be doing that at a minimum. Officers should be buying one, posting it on the wall somewhere so people see what we're doing. Again, I know I harped about this last video, but I'm going to harp on it again. We have lodges saying, well, it's just Moose International wanting more money. Well, it goes to Moose Charities, and it's not just for wanting more money. You should use this tool to help your members understand what Moose is about and what Moose does. It's a perfect time to explain what Moose Heart and Moose Haven is, because if someone's asking about those placards and don't understand what they're for, this is a perfect time to use that, and then people understand that we are more than just a bar. We are a fraternal organization doing good things for people. So again, use that as a marketing tool, not just Moose International wanting more money. So with convention being this week, hopefully we'll see everybody there at some point during the weekend. Again, remember that in order for lodges to get credit for being there and being eligible for a Premier Lodge Award, you have to have lodge representation. Yes, as we always say, we want presidents and administrators there for learning experiences, but we know everybody can't always make it everything. The lodge just has to have representation, and during one of the sessions when roll call is taken, the lodge has to have someone there from their lodge. And no, a person that may be a member of more than one lodge cannot represent more than one lodge during that meeting. They have to pick a lodge they're representing over the weekend. They don't get to say, hey, I belong to this lodge at this session. The next section gives somebody else, another lodge, credit for being there. It doesn't work that way. Lodges in good standing and not in good standing. We're going to be hearing more about this. The Indiana Moose Association is going to be looking at starting to enforce more of this, along with MI, with lodges that aren't in good standing now. We know that Moose International, through me with my lodges, when lodges get behind on their AR payment or haven't given endowment, I can come in and kind of twist their arm a little bit, remind them they need to be doing this. Moose International has the right to shut social quarters down until those get done. But there are other things that Moose International can do, and along the same thing with the Indian Moose Association. They can declare a lodge not in good standing for not going to district meetings. They have a policy. Usually it's if you missed 2, they'll give you the 3rd as a warning, but after the 3rd you get put in not good standing until you come to a meeting. Again, same thing with district meetings. We prefer administrators and presidents to be there to pick up knowledge from those meetings, but in order to stay in good standing, it just has to have lodge representation, so a member of that lodge. And of course, as we know, since one moose happened, that could be a man or a woman. Before, it can only be a man. And what does not being in good standing mean besides possibly having the social quarters shut down? Some lodges don't think it's a big deal, but being not in good standing, there are a few things such as awards, higher degrees. If the lodge is in good standing, could keep someone from getting their fellowship, their pilgrim, any of the women's and their awards now, because before that didn't matter before one moose. But now with the lodge not being in good standing, a member of the lodge cannot get an award. So women that are looking for star recorders, their Friendship of Academy, the new one, the Golden Gavel, same thing applies. The lodge is not in good standing. It could keep them from getting their awards. So that's one major thing to remember. Also, lodges cannot partake in sporting events sponsored by the IMA or Moose International. So not only can you not host one if you were hosting an event and make the money that could bring in, you also are not allowed to have any of your members attend any of those sporting events. And we know there are some lodges that, they look forward to going to a bowling event or a golf event coming up, and they will be denied. So we need to make sure that we have lodge representation at both the mid-year and the fall convention, which is coming up, district meetings especially, and of course, Moose International Convention. If you're going to get a PLA, not going to Moose International does not keep you from not being in good standing, but keeps you from getting a Premier Lodge Award. That is all I have to harp on today, guys. We will hopefully see most of you at convention this weekend, and it looks like we should have a good time. We'll see you all then. Have a good day.